We're going live. It's Monday. Woke up this morning and quite to my surprise, it was snowing in Middle Tennessee, which means if you were hoping to get bananas, bread, or milk anywhere within a 60-mile radius of Nashville, it's too late. Snowflakes were spotted. After arriving at the office, though, I knew I wanted to get this done and get it out to you. I want to talk to you very briefly. I want to make this a shorter one this Monday about the Nobel disease. You've probably not heard of that. You've heard a lot about COVID, but not the Nobel disease. The Nobel disease is a phenomena that's been noticed, and again, we're not sure exactly the raw percentages here, but a lot of people who have received the Nobel Prize in science, medicine, in that genre, in that package, have gone on in later life to endorse hoaxes, bad science, weird ideas, and rather ruined their reputation. Even though they were brilliant in this one area, they weren't brilliant in all the others. But because they were brilliant in this area and they were recognized for their brilliance, as they should have been, people then assumed they were brilliant about the other things. And some of these guys and women, mainly guys, get the Nobel disease, but that may just be the ones I know about. They begin to think they know more about other stuff than they really do. I was just speaking last week to youth ministers, and this is a problem that they struggle with because often they'll come into a church setting where the church board, those guys haven't read theology. They've not read anything about what teens are going through, what teens are thinking, feeling, what the media culture around teens and what apps they use. They don't know any of this. And yet they feel they have the right to supervise and tell the youth minister exactly how to run his ministry because they were successful in business. They were successful in other things in their life. Therefore, they must be wise here. Sometimes they are. Sometimes they're not. And as we all know, churches have issues with this. When somebody wants to do something that they're not trained for, or when somebody is trained to do something and they can't do it. Nobel disease gets everywhere. I know an awful lot about what's in the brain bucket. And because of this, people come to me and they'll say, listen, you know that stuff. Talk to me about the COVID vaccines. That's not what I do. I bring it up. I say, listen, this is not my field. Here's what my friends in those fields are saying, whether it's epidemiology or statistics or whatever. Here's what they're saying. And by the way, right now, a bunch of you are thinking, what are they saying? They're saying that the vaccines are fine. The vaccines seem to actually be effective against this new strain that's coming in. Do not be panicked about new strains. Viruses are going to virus. So that said, don't take my word for it. Go check Johns Hopkins website. Check Harvard Med's website. Boston Medical. Check. You need to be aware when you go to the CDC, you're getting pretty good data. When you go to, but the summaries may have some political thing to them. So you look at the data. Go to WHO, always look at the data, ignore the summaries. Because it's a multinational thing, they're pressured. So just look at the data. The Nobel disease means that I don't want to get it, means I have to be really careful about saying, this is me, and this is where the table is. Go crunch the numbers. It's the same way when people ask me, does this kind of music have this kind of effect on this kind of person, let's be really careful. Already today, I have been sent videos that I will not open. By the way, if you send me videos and links, I don't click on them. It's really a bad idea to click on links to things you didn't ask for. But in the thing, this engineer wants to tell you about the vaccines, or this person over here wants to tell you what's coming next with martial law. I got those and so many more. I didn't click them. Don't click them. It's a Nobel disease. Every sociologist you've ever met, and I know some and I love them, absolutely can see what is going on now and trends. But if they're good sociologists, and again, most of them are, they'll tell you, here's our guess. It's just a guess. So let's be very careful from whom we get our information. And let's not panic. That's the second thing this morning I want to talk about. Last week was a real disappointment, wasn't it? To see the Capitol breached, to see people die. We've been seeing that for a year. Not the Capitol thing. That kind of just took it to a new level. I think it slapped everybody in the face. But we've seen Portland burn, Kenosha burn. We could go on with this. Autonomous zones set up. We've seen people die again and again. And there are a lot of times that people will say, well, Patrick, what should you say about this? And I think they get disappointed because my response is always, I can't fix any of that. No matter how I vote, I can't fix that. What I can do is love on the people around me. I can create media that asks people to look at Jesus, focus on Jesus. And I get great comfort in reading the New Testament and seeing that these people who were being persecuted were not told to overthrow the government and breach a Capitol. They were told to follow Jesus. Just be like Jesus. Everybody wants it to be more complicated than that, but people, pray for our nation, pray for our leaders, pray for our people, and act like Jesus. At our Safe Harbor Church, that's the website you're watching this on right now with YouTube. We really appreciate that you watch us. Please watch our worship, comment, let us know what you're thinking. We would love more subscribers because we get a little bit more broadcast freedom if we do this. And I've set an artificial goal of 3,000 out there. And if you just share the link, it just comes up as an ugly link. So you kind of have to make a comment and say that you like the worship, or you like the Monday morning, or you like the Revelation studies, which will be, again, posted this week. So again, please subscribe, invite your friends to subscribe, share the worship video around. People need Jesus, they need community. And although we are a virtual church, we are creating communities of believers around the States. We're getting a lot of viewers out of Australia and Mexico as well. We've not been able to form them because Australia is a big place and the cities are far apart. But in America, we're already getting clusters in towns and cities. So again, you can share this and say, listen, you guys need community. Here's a church where you can watch it, and they'll teach you also how to form community. God bless each and every one of you. These are hard days. I know that. But God is still God. Jesus is still Jesus. Let's follow him. God bless you. You are loved by everyone at our Safe Harbor Church. I want you to remember that. And the reason we love you is because Jesus loved you first. God bless. Trying to learn how to shut that. There we are. I'll see you later.